go, rip it, rip it, rip it!
Welcome to the channel Military Exercises U.S. Marines with Marine Medium Tiltrotor Squadron 268, Aviation Combat Elements. Do all Marines see combat? Not all service members in the United States Armed Forces serve in combat. In fact, fewer than 15% of enlisted personnel ever see combat or are assigned a combat role. Both the U.S. Marines and the Army are physically demanding for new recruits. However, the USMC places specific emphasis on its history and core legacy, while the Army focuses more on classroom instruction involving static combat zone exercises. Neither is inherently better, and both are difficult. Graduates from both branches understand that their training was more challenging than yours. Marine AS with the disposal of explosive ordnance at Base Camp Butler, Marine Corps Installation Pacific, conducted their annual service pistol qualification at Camp Hansen, Okinawa, Japan, on September 23, 2024. The Marines used the M18 service pistol during the qualification to enhance readiness of forces in the Indo-Pacific region. The U.S. Marines with Marine Medium Tiltrotor Squadron 268, Combat Aviation Element, Marine Rotational Force Darwin, MRFD, 22, and the U.S. Navy with the Traveling Maintenance Team, Combat Logistics Element, MRFD 22, conducted Long-Range Casualty Evacuation, CASEVAC, as part of Exercise Southern Jackaroo 22, Shoalwater Bay Training Area, Queensland, Australia, on May 24. CASEVAC was performed as a demonstration of concept by MRFD 22 personnel to provide remote medical care in the Indo-Pacific region. Are Marines better than Navy SEALs? Navy SEALs endure some of the most grueling training in the world, preparing for highly specialized and covert missions. Marines, with their broad skill set and adaptability, excel in diverse combat scenarios and rapid response operations. Your choice between the two depends on your career goals and personal strengths. Can the Marine Corps become Delta Force? Most Delta Force operators and combat support personnel are selected from the 75th Ranger Regiment of the U.S. Army Special Operations Command and other Special Operations units, although selection is open to other special operations and conventional units across the Army and other military branches. Can members of the Marine Corps become Green Berets? Former service members from the U.S. Army, U.S. Air Force, U.S. Marine Corps, U.S. Navy, and U.S. Coast Guard can become Green Berets in the 19th or 20th Special Forces Group by enlisting under the Tri-1 contract. Are Marines harder than the Army? In general, the Marine Corps is often seen as the more challenging branch due to its rigorous physical and mental demands. However, both branches are equally challenging and require a great deal of dedication. Pilots. A flight bonus of $12,000 was given to pilots in 1996. Nearly 30% of Marine Corps officers are pilots. The flight option for platoon leaders guarantees eligible students that they will attend flight training to fly for the Marine Corps after graduating from college and basic school. Can a Marine officer marry a Marine enlisted personnel? The purpose of this document is to ensure that you understand the Marine Corps' policy regarding relationships. 2. Policy. Personal relationships between officers and enlisted personnel that are too familiar and do not respect rank differences are prohibited. Can a Marine have a girlfriend? Yes, military personnel are allowed to date civilians or fellow service members. However, service members are advised not to develop interpersonal relationships that could jeopardize their job, especially between officers and subordinates. What happens if first marry a Marine? There is no salary or military spouse allowance, but the military offers various benefits to assist service members and their families. Your first stop after marriage is the nearest military ID card issuance facility to register in DEERS, the Defense Enrollment Eligibility Reporting System.
Support by fire the next one. Just isolate. Isolate. Go! Man here! Get forming!
Can a Marine become a Navy SEAL? Both the SEALs and the Marines are part of the Navy Department, but they come from two different branches of service. A Marine can't become a Navy SEAL. There's no process for that. However, it doesn't mean that a Marine can't leave the Marine Corps and become a Navy SEAL. U.S. Army soldiers from across the 10th Mountain Division continue to refine the skills they need during the Expert Infantry Test Track at Fort Drum, New York, September 24, 2024. E3B is essential for building a ready squad in Fort Drum, allowing soldiers to improve their combat skills by carrying out challenging soldier duties and physical challenges that ensure readiness for any mission. Marine Corps AS with Combat Logistics Battalion 15 and the All-Domain Reconnaissance Detachment, both with Marine Expeditionary Unit 15, conducted Stuck Munitions Unexploded Ordnance Disruption, SMUD, training at Camp Pendleton Marine Corps Base, California, on June 4, 2020. During the SMUD training, Marines with the Explosive Ordnance Disposal and ADR Detachment maintained the necessary skills to neutralize scattered weaponry quickly and efficiently from a safe distance. Marine AS with the 3rd Battalion, 6th Marine Regiment, 2nd Marine Division, participated in a mass casualty evacuation scenario during the Marine Corps Combat Readiness Evaluation, MCCRE, at Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune, North Carolina on September 18, 2024. MCCRE involved various scenarios and challenges that tested the unit's ability to plan, coordinate, and execute complex missions, including offensive and defensive operations, logistics, and communication. Did Marines fly F-14? When the F-14 was first in production, it was anticipated that both the Marines and the Navy would fly it. In fact, I believe some Marines were already in F-14 training when the program for Marines was cancelled. So no, the Marines never did fly the F-14 operationally. I have forgotten why the Marine. Thank you for watching the Military Exercises channel and see you in other videos.